Hi, this is Dr. Roland Phillips from Desert Dove Health Alliance and the Emergence Process. I am the founder and one of the developers of the Emergence Process, and this is for practitioners and clients. And we're going to be talking about the Advanced Forgiveness Protocol. Some of the clients that are currently coming know about this, and some of the practitioners, so I'd like to get this information out. So what I want you to do is, when as a practitioner you find a repetitive thought, repetitive emotion, a chief complaint, use any of the filters that you can get specific on, and the practitioners will understand this, like you find a Durkheim syndrome. Whatever it is that you find that's specific that the client can understand, I want you to then ask them or ask yourself, how do I feel about that? And a feeling is not like, why me, or any other thing that we go into the head about. A feeling is vanity, pride, anger, desire, shame, grief, whatever that might be. This would be the ego-resistant word that we find on the left-hand side of the chart. So it could be, let's say, the word is shame. So the feeling would be, I feel shame, embarrassed, humiliated. So once we take whatever we're working on, a filter, a chief complaint, a repetitive thought, an ego-resistant word, we're going to ask ourselves, how do we feel about that? Write it down on a piece of paper. This happened, this didn't happen, this was said or not said, this was done or not done by myself or others. And simply write it down, and you're going to say, I forgive myself for that, and truly mean that I forgive myself for that. Then you ask yourself, when was, going back in memory, when did I have this feeling before? Write it down. What happened, what didn't happen, what was said or done. Once you've written it down, you're going to say, I forgive myself for that. Any harm I've done, commission, what I've done to myself, omission. You're going to use this process and keep reducing it down through your conscious mind. When else did I have that? When else? And then what? And then what? Keep reducing it down, doing this process until we get to 0 to 10 years old. And then you will be literally in the formation period of the mind. And you're going to be right in front of mom and dad. It could be a specific experience with mom and dad, a more general experience with mom and dad, or it could be specifically that you said, oh my gosh, I understand, I picked this up, the shame up, the feeling, the belief system, I picked that up from mom's line or dad's line. Write it down on a piece of paper on how you feel. We'll continue to journal the process. And then you're going to say, I forgive myself for that, for picking that up. Now, why do we pick that up when we're little kids? First of all, because we're naive and gullible, and second of all, is because we want to be just like mom and dad. There is no discernment process. We don't have discernment at that point. So we picked up something that was very self-limited, but it works for the greater good because we learn about ourselves in the process. So once I've done the self-forgiveness, I've learned from it. Now I can say, I let that go, I put it down, and then we would use the other word. It could be, let's say the word is delight. Get on with your life, embracing the delight that you are, and take the action steps that flow from delight. This is Dr. Roland Phillips from Desert Dove Health Alliance, founder and one of the developers of the Emergence Process. You have an extraordinary day.